Welcome, future Broncos and parents of future Broncos. My name is Julia Colton. I'm the head of guidance at Bramley Secondary School, and I will be going through this slideshow with you to welcome you to Bramley Secondary School and to go through the course selection process with you and explain a little bit about the school and the classes. So, some fun Bronco facts. The school has been here since 1963, has a proud tradition of excellence, a lot of school spirit, and a huge amount of community involvement. We are a semestered school. Right now, we're quadmestered, which means that we're actually only having 2 courses every 10 weeks. But typically, we are a semestered school, and hopefully that will come back next year. Semester means that you will take 4 courses at a time. Your first 4 courses will run from September until the end of January, in which you'll get about 4 to 5 days off in order to prepare and write exams. And then you will start again in February with 4 new courses, and those will run until the end of June, where you'll write those exams, and that will be the end of the school year. So 4 courses each semester. We have about 1,100 students, 70 teaching staff. Our school colors are blue and white, which means you can actually wear them in public. And our school motto is "The future belongs to those who prepare for it." So, specialized programs that are offered at Bramley. Number one is our French immersion program, which I'm sure many of you will be applying to. We also have a regional transportation program that's combined with the specialist high skills major program. We have an amazing student success program. We have the only heating, ventilation, and air conditioning program. We have a wonderful cooperative education program, which combines the Ontario Youth Apprenticeship Program. And we have urban priority funding, which allows us to run many programs for students. A little bit more detail about that urban priority high schools funding. This is money that comes from the government every year, and that money goes directly into programs which support student success. Some of the programs that we run are, number one, employable certification courses. So we will run free employable certification courses for students in the areas of first aid and CPR, food handler, Smart Serve, which allows students to work at a licensed establishment, and babysitting. Those employable certification courses will help a student on their resume when they apply to a job. Those students will be much more desirable to hire than another student already having those certification courses, because the company won't need to pay for them to have those certifications. In addition, it will help students applying to programs in post-secondary that need first aid CPR, like nursing or life science programs. We also have a link crew. A link crew is made up of amazing grade 11 and 12 students who volunteer to work with grade 9 students for the year in order to help them with their transition into high school. We have a math through music program. This is a program that helps kids learn how to DJ and about digital music. This is run at Balmoral and Earnscliffe, so students probably know a lot about this program already. It's an amazing program. Ahead of the Game is a program run by an ex-CFL player, Jonathan Hood. He runs a boys program which helps engage boys after school. Bramorama, I'm sure you probably have all heard of. This is probably our most popular program. It's a 3 to 4 day camp up at Lake Mediva. It's a leadership camp. We take about 200 students every year. It is run for students by students, and it's an amazing leadership camp that students can get involved in school, make new friends, especially students in other grades and other schools than what they came from in their feeder school. We have lunchtime intramurals, which runs every day at lunch. We have a summer basketball program that's combined with a summer school program, a GLS 100 program that's related to numeracy. So if you're a grade 8 student who struggles with math or numeracy skills, this may be a program that you look at trying to do in the summer. It runs in the month of July. It combines basketball, a sport initiative, with the numeracy component, and students at the end will get a GLS credit for their work. We pay a lot of camp and conference fees for students to help increase leadership skills. We have a social worker on site 3 days a week. And we have nutrition programs for students like a breakfast program, a lunch program, a cooking course, and a food sharing pantry on site. So let's talk a little bit about the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. The Ontario Secondary School Diploma is a 4-year program. In those 4 years, students need to attain 30 credits. 18 of them are compulsory credits, meaning the students get to choose the course that they take. The government has mandated that they take those courses, as well as 12 optional credits. And those are courses that student gets to choose based on their interest and their post-secondary pathways. Students in those 4 years will also need to complete 40 hours of community service, and they will need to complete the literacy test. Let's go over a little bit more detail of each of those. 40 hours of volunteer experience is the student's responsibility to complete over 4 years, and we highly recommend that students start those early. In fact, students can start the summer of grade 8. They can't start before the summer, but they can start as of the end of June in grade 8 volunteering anywhere in the community, like a food bank, a Knights table, a church, a mosque. Things that they can't do are things that they would typically get paid for, like babysitting or working in a for-profit company. They can't displace any paid worker. When students come to school, I post lots of volunteer postings, and there's lots available within the school, like volunteering within our food sharing pantry or being a prefect or managing a team. So there is a lot of availability within the school for these volunteer jobs. We just suggest that students get them done as early as they can. The Ontario Secondary School Literacy Test is typically written in March of a student's grade 10 year. It evaluates reading and writing skills in all subject areas up to the end of grade 9. It's designed and marked by EQAO, not by the teachers and staff at Bramley Secondary School, and a student's result will come back to us as complete or incomplete. If a student attains an incomplete, the test can be retried in grade 11, or they can choose to take the literacy course as a substitute in grade 12. So back to the compulsory credits. I had said that a student needs to take 18 compulsory credits throughout their 4 years of high school. Here is what those compulsory credits are. 4 of them are in English, which means a student will take English all 4 years, grade 9, grade 10, grade 11, and grade 12. You will need 3 math, 2 science credits, 1 arts credit, a geography credit, which is taken in grade 9, a history credit taken in grade 10, a French credit in grade 9, half a careers and half a civics, which are taken in grade 10, and a phys ed, which is typically taken in grade 9. A student will also need to complete one of the courses in each of those orange boxes on the right-hand side. So they will need to complete 1 credit in either art or business or health and phys ed, co-op, or French at some point in 4 years. They'll also need a credit in senior science or technology or co-op or French, as well as 1 credit in Canadian World Studies, English, social science, a third language, guidance, careers, co-op, or French. I know this looks very confusing. It is not. Okay, as guidance counselors, it's our job as well to make sure at the end of each year, students have completed the compulsory credits that they should have by that point. Now, having said that these are the compulsory credits, this is what's required for graduation from high school. This is not necessarily what's required to get into a specific program for post-secondary. For example, if you are interested in doing nursing at college, you will need more than 2 science credits. You'll also need to take biology and chemistry in grade 11 and 12. If you're interested in engineering at university, you will have to take more than 3 math credits. Okay, you will have to take, in addition to grade 9, grade 10, 11, you'll also need your grade 12 math. Okay, so these are kind of the compulsory credits required to graduate from high school, not necessarily to prepare for post-secondary. That is where the optional credits come in. In grade 9 and 10, there are 4 curricular levels: academic, applied, locally developed, and open. So academic are coded with a D. An example is SNC 1DO. SNC stands for science, 1 stands for year 1, grade 9, the D stands for academic. Applied is coded with a P. SNC 1PO is grade 9 applied science. Locally developed are coded with an L. SNC 1L is locally developed science. And open courses are coded with an O, like ADA 100 is drama, grade 9 drama. Many students will ask if they should take applied or academic, or can they take both? And absolutely, you can take a mixture of both. Academic courses generally emphasize theoretical applications. There's much more independent learning in an academic course. And we recommend that students should have over 70% in the grade 8 subject area. Okay, so for example, in science, if you have a 75% in grade 8 science, we would recommend you take academic science. And these courses generally prepare students for university level courses in grade 11 and 12. Applied level courses are much more practical, hands-on, there's more teacher guidance, and students should have between 50 to 70% in the grade 8 subject area. So if a student has a 58% in grade 8 science, we would recommend that a student take grade 9 applied level science. It generally prepares students for college level courses in grade 11 and 12. Locally developed courses really focus on essential skills and they prepare students for the workplace. Okay, they use relevant practical activities to develop literacy and numeracy skills. And these courses are recommended with students who struggle with grade 8 curriculum in a subject area, generally 50% or lower. So if a student is working below 50% in grade 8 science, they should consider taking grade 9 locally developed science. Open level courses are open to all students. All of our optional grade 9 and 10 courses are at the open level. Art, business, drama, family studies, music, and tech. They combine theory and application, and they will prepare students for that coursework in grade 11 and 12. Do all your courses have to be at the same level? Absolutely not. They can be a mixture of applied, academic, and locally developed. Okay, you can be taking academic level science and applied level geography and open level drama all in the same year. What we really recommend is students take the level that they are comfortable with and that they have the current mark to attain. Okay, because it is always possible to move from one stream to another. If a student takes applied level science and are highly successful in grade 9, of course, they can move to academic in grade 10. Okay, things are never concrete. There's always static flow between applied and academic level between grades 9 and 10. So in grade 9, there are 6 compulsory courses you need to take and 2 optional courses that you get to take. The 6 compulsory courses include English. Now, as a note, English and math are both de-streamed next year, meaning that there is only one level. Okay, there is no academic, applied, or locally developed. There's one level. So you will just choose grade 9 English, grade 9 math. Science, you will still get to choose whether you take it at the academic, applied, or locally developed level. French, you can choose academic, applied, or immersion if you're a graded immersion student. Geography, academic, applied, or immersion. And physical education, male or female physical education. You will note here that there are only 2 immersion courses for students, French and geography. We tend to keep the number of immersion courses lower in grade 9 to ensure a successful transition. And then we bump that course number up in grade 10 to 4 immersion courses. Okay, so there are your 6 compulsory credits. Your 2 optional credits can be chosen from the following. Introduction to Business, okay, which includes an introduction to marketing, accounting, economics, finance. Individual and Family Living is a family studies-based course. Integrated Tech is a grade 9 tech that introduces students to all the different techs available at the school, like tech design, communication technology, construction, transportation, heating, ventilation, air conditioning. drama, visual art, and music. We generally suggest that a student take an art-based course in grade 9 as they will need to take one before the end of grade 10. And arts can include drama, visual art, or music. So an example grade 9 timetable. Semester 1, you could have your compulsory math, which is de-streamed, your compulsory English, which is de-streamed, your compulsory phys ed, and then one of your optional courses like technology, family studies, or business. In semester 2, you could have your compulsory science, academic, applied, or locally developed, your compulsory geography, academic, applied, or immersion, your French, academic, applied, or immersion, and another one of your optional courses like art, music, or drama. You will start choosing courses in December with the help of your guidance counselors at your school. Okay, the program that you'll use to choose courses is My Blueprint. So while you can't do it right now, the window's not open, you can definitely go in and start planning your courses for grade 9. So I want to talk a little bit about the supports that we have for grade 9 students. We have an amazing guidance team at Bramalea. We have 3 different counselors, Ms. Chatha, who works with students with the last names A to G, me, Ms. Colton, who works with students with the last name H to PAS, and Ms. McLeod, who works with students with the last name PAT to Z. I've included our emails and contact numbers should you wish to get a hold of any of us. And we're there for any student need, whether they want to talk about jobs or scholarships or volunteer position or post-secondary planning or course selection or family issues or relationship issues or anxiety, or they're just feeling sad that day. Our doors are always open to talk to students, and we have appointments every single day. Some of our academic supports for grade students include school day supports like study hall, which is open at lunch and consists of computers and printers so that students can go up and do work with the help of some senior tutors. We have lunchtime math help. We have an amazingly newly renovated library with collaborative D tables, Chromebooks, and printers. And we have a wonderful SS2 or special education department and an ESL monitoring support program. After school, we have a Counting on You program, which students can enroll in to help with increasing their skills in numeracy or literacy. It can help them with the OSSLT prep, or they can do a Read and Write Create program. We also have math tutoring after school, and we have math tutoring online this year in the evenings. Some personal supports, we have a contact room that's open for students all day, every day, in case they just need a break in the day. We have a social worker on site 3 days a week, and we have a wonderful settlement worker who works with students who are new to Ontario and helps them transition into school and the community. I also have all those Urban Fund support that I told you about at the beginning, like the employable skills training, all the nutrition programs we have at the school, the boys groups, the girls groups, the lunchtime intramurals. So, most important for grade 9 is to get involved. Nobody's going to remember their grade 9 science class, but you are going to remember the cool and amazing teams and clubs you've become a part of. And we honestly have a club and team for everybody. Here's an example of just some of the clubs, like Black Student Alliance, a gaming club, DECA, Link Crew, a coding club, a health and science student organization, a GSA, a student council, a formal committee, athletic council, and many, many more. And teams, although you may not see teams on our field right now, we know that they will be back soon. And we have a whole host of teams, including girls flag football, girls and boys basketball, girls and boys volleyball, badminton, cross country, girls and boys soccer, curling, track and field, boys baseball, girls softball. I know I've forgotten something, but we have a lot, something for everybody. I'd encourage you to stay connected and start looking at the things that Bramalea offers. You can follow us on Twitter at @BramaleaSS or at Bramalea Kid or at BSS Guidance 1. You can check out our website online. You can look at our School Day app. If you download the School Day app from the Apple Store, or from the App Store and search Bramley Secondary School. And you can always at any time phone the counselors or VPs to ask questions about the school and our programs. So I know that this was a slideshow and it doesn't give the chance for feedback or for questions. So we would love for you to join us for a live Q&A session on Wednesday, November the 25th at 7 p.m. I have included the Google Meet link there. If you just click on that, it should bring you right into the presentation. And again, it will be more of a question and answer period where you will get to ask questions about the slideshow or about anything else about Bramley. I will be online. I'm sure our principal will be there, our vice principals will be there, and some of our more important people at the school, like our head of special education, and possibly others. We would also invite, I know there's probably a lot of questions about our French immersion program. We'd also invite parents who are still considering French immersion and want to ask questions about French immersion to join a Google Meet at 7:30. And I've also included the Google Meet link for that. So again, the normal Q&A will start at 7, and then there'll be a separate Q&A with a separate link for French immersion that will begin at 7:30 with our head of French immersion, Ms. Gaimi. Thank you very much for looking at this presentation, and we really look forward to meeting all of you next September.